Coverage you can count on continues with Jessica Starbird's Sports Report.
The Comets offense has been red hot this weekend. The K's with 11 goals in the past 2 nights. And tonight, the team going for the weekend sweep and a big 6 points, hosting Wheeling. Second night for the Pink the Rink weekend at the Coliseum for breast cancer awareness. Comets down 1-0 early, and Cody Wido for the Nailers as the Comets trail at 2-0. Comets, though, calling it a comeback. It's Mason Baptista with the score to tie it up at 2. Wheeling retakes the lead, but things going to get a little bit chippy here. That's Cody Soul with the monster hit, and feeding off of that, Gabriel Desjardins off the redirect a little bit later now. Trevor Cheek with his 7th goal in a 3-game stretch, his 2nd tonight. Comets go on to win 4-3.
We challenged the group on Thursday, why don't we just start beating up teams bad? Why don't we just start dominating? You know, why do we got to keep coming from behind? Why do we got to keep playing all these tight games? And so we did that on Friday. We did it on Saturday. Tonight was a lot tougher, but I thought the guys took the message to heart and they ran with it.
I should have had more goals, honestly. They set me up numerous times, and I just thought we stuck with it as a team, and it's obviously nice to get 6 points as a team.
The Comets host Wheeling again this Saturday. Homestead is calling it a dream come true. The Spartans earning their first state championship in program history in the 4A girls state title game. Homestead beating Pike 61-54 in the championship. The Spartans leading for all but 4 minutes of the game under the bright lights at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Florida commit Carissa McLaughlin leading the way with 29 points. Madison Parker with 17. This was their goal from the outset of the season, and this weekend, Homestead finished the job.
Everyone did exactly what they needed to. They did their job, and it was incredible to see everyone just have fun with it, and incredible to see Homestead get a state title. It's a dream come true, and I know we're going to have fun celebrating tonight, going out and have fun, and I'm so proud of all my teammates.
A little bit, you know, you imagine it so many times in a bunch of scenarios, and, you know, actually to be here, it's just crazy. I'm not sure it's really sunk in yet.
It's not just a big game. It's an unbelievable experience, and you know, it's one that I'll remember for the rest of my life, and these kids will remember it the rest of their life. So very happy right now.
Homestead will hold a championship celebration tomorrow afternoon at the high school. And a few of Homestead's girls going on to continue their careers at the college level next year. And today, big game in women's hoops. Number 5 Notre Dame hosting number 8 Florida State. The freshman Jackie Young knocking down the triple in the 4th quarter. Notre Dame up by 12. A few minutes later, it's the tried and true veteran Brianna Turner banking it in for 2 points, and Turner having herself a game, 29 points. Notre Dame goes on to win 79-61. With the win, the Irish are now 4-time ACC regular season champs. And the men's team hitting the court soon after hosting Georgia Tech. Game tied at 20. Bonzi Colson fighting for the basket, finishes with the putback to give the Irish the lead. Bonzi going off just a few minutes later. Vasturia misses here, but it's Bonzi with the tip-in and the foul. Notre Dame up 34-28 at the break. Second half, that's Tadrick Jackson making it a 4-point ball game for Georgia Tech. But check this out. Talk about some effort here. So Bonzi misses, but that's Matt Farrell diving for the loose ball. Gets the 3-point shot to fall just before the shot clock buzzer. Helps Notre Dame put this one away. Irish win 64-60 the final. And this afternoon, number 22 Butler taking on Xavier. Bulldogs building a lead midway through the first. It's Keelan Martin off the bench and in traffic. Butler with a 17-12 lead, and Xavier going on a bit of their run. It's Sean O'Mara with the jam, but just before half, Butler going to counter. Keithan Savage with the steal. Martin takes it up for the flush. Butler with a 1-point lead at the break. Back and forth in the second, but it's Martin with 3. Butler wins 88-79. They will be the 2 seed in the upcoming Big East tournament. All Purdue had to do to win the Big Ten title outright was win their last 3 games against Michigan, IU, and Northwestern. The Boilers taking themselves out of the driver's seat in the Big Ten race with a loss to Michigan yesterday. Purdue falling to the Wolverines 82-70 at the Chrysler Center. The loss giving Wisconsin an opportunity to tie things up in the Big Ten standings. But Michigan State putting an upset to that, beating Wisconsin earlier this afternoon. So now Purdue has the sole lead for first place in the Big Ten standings with 2 games left in the season. And Purdue will be looking to take on an IU team that showed a bit of life yesterday. The Hoosiers snapping a 5-game losing streak with a 63-62 win over Northwestern. The game coming down to a Thomas Bryant free throw, but it also showcased IU at its very best. They had a 22-0 run to end the first half and then had this tremendous half-court and then some shot from Devontae Green.
Very proud of the resiliency of this group. Certainly numerous times they could have turned it in, and they never did. And I never felt like they would. And that's the you've got to have some reward for going through the hard stretch that we've gone through, and the reward is resiliency.
IU will be at Purdue on Tuesday. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock. Well, Ben Bentel's been all around the world playing basketball this season, starting with the Mad Ants in November, then going on to play in China before coming back to Fort Wayne last month. Well, he's packing his bags yet again, and this time Bentel is heading to Dallas. He signed a 10-day contract with the Dallas Mavericks this morning. The former Providence star will be in uniform when the Mavs host the Heat tomorrow. Bentel appearing in 13 games for the Ants this season, averaging 14 points and 5 rebounds a game. And finally down to the track at Daytona International Speedway today, the Daytona 500. After missing most of last year, Dale Earnhardt Jr. back out on the Cup Series circuit, but some of these new rules leading to some more crashes. Earnhardt involved with this one with Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch did lead at the end of stage 1. Kurt Busch, though, going on to win this crash-filled event down at Daytona. Well, today is very bittersweet. I am excited to say that I am heading back home to Boston to explore new opportunities closer to family and friends. But that means saying goodbye to an incredible community that has become a second home. First, I want to thank you, the viewers. You welcomed me in with open arms, and I cannot thank you enough for all of the kind words you have said to me over the past 2 years. They've really brightened up some days where I was either tired or stressed. Thank you for watching. Second, I want to thank the players, coaches, and teams I have covered. From state championships to national championships, I have been so blessed with great games in my 2 years here. Thank you for letting me tell your stories. I will carry them, all of them, with me for the rest of my life. And finally, I want to thank my incredible Wayne family, and I really mean that when I say family. From Thanksgivings to vacations, I have had some of the most incredible life experiences with people I was lucky enough to work alongside and form lifelong friendships. That also includes people behind the camera who you don't really get a chance to see. They work so hard along with us on camera to make News Channel 15 #1. I don't know what I would have done without you guys. So finally, just thank you, thank you, thank you, Fort Wayne. It has been an unbelievable and incredible journey.
Well, I'll tell you, for our viewers at home, I've always said, and I said it at dinner the other night, the hardest working team in our building is our sports department.
Oh, yeah.
Long hours.
Yeah.
Lots of 12 and 14-hour hours, and you have been great in your 2 years here. You have worked incredibly hard to make sure you get the right sports and the right highlights on the air. It's been fun being with you.
You always give it 110%, and your smile and your laugh are contagious. For the viewers at home and for you, Jess, to commemorate your time here over the past 2 years, here's a look back at some of the best moments and maybe not so great moments you've had here at Wayne.
Coverage you can count on continues with Jessica Starbird Sports Report.
Some Comets fans have made the trip here from Fort Wayne. That win also marking a career milestone. Thank you for clicking on Wayne.com. We are jumping inside the zone. Whatever challenge you put in Homestead's way, the Spartans take care of business. A one-try shootout challenge between Cam Boyce and Cam Whitney.
That is awesome.
Boston. It is National Signing Day. We are kicking off our coverage in Bluffton. The senior swimmer volunteers at Aaron's House for Grieving Children. Pretty impressive stuff to start the Sprint Cup season. Puts the jam in the jar. That will do it from Assembly Hall. Jessica Starbird, News Channel 15. Jessica's in for Glenn tonight. One of the most incredible high school football games we have ever seen. You didn't see me on Wednesday, though. Ooh, I just got sold out. We're not golfing together anymore.
All right, that's fine.
Mishawaka at Snyder, your highlight zone featured game.
We need to reach out to our Colts friends.
They need a hug,
They
is
do need
really what they need. Disney or Universal?
Disney.
Hamburgers or hot dogs?
Hamburgers.
Favorite sports besides baseball?
Basketball and football.
Meteorological? Is that a thing?
We'll figure it out.
I went to school for that. You went to school for this. Okay.
I should talk about sports instead of We here in the Wayne Sports Office have been blessed with so many great sports moments in 2016. We are coming to you live from Daytona Beach, Florida at Municipal Stadium, where just a couple of hours ago, St. Francis became national champs.
Best wishes, my friend.
Thank you guys so much, and thank you guys once again.
All right, we'll formally introduce you to the newest member of the sports department after the break.